All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the WBA regular 135-pound champion, and Josh Taylor, the undisputed champion at 140 pounds. Josh Taylor was doing a little bit of clout chasing, and we're going to hear what Gervonta Davis thinks about Taylor in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. Today is a fight date for Josh Taylor against Jack Cantrell. Will be aired. I do believe it's going to be aired on ESPN Plus, so it's a fight we're looking forward to. In the lead up for the fight, however, Josh Taylor started mentioning Gervonta "Tank" Davis's name as a potential opponent in very insulting ways. We're going to talk about that and what Gervonta Davis had to say about Josh Taylor, and it shouldn't come as a surprise. The only question is what they're saying true? But before I get into that, let me first say welcome back to the channel, and thank you guys so much for your support on the channel. I know you guys got a lot of different options to watch boxing content, so thank you for every time you guys come around, stop by this channel. Also, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can get all notifications for when we release videos. And if you do wager on sports, especially today with Josh Taylor fighting, go by BUSR at busr.ag/Fanon. Use the promotional code Fanon and you will get benefits there for your wagering dollars. So let's get into this. Josh Taylor, like many other people, bring up the name Gervonta Davis as a potential fight and what they would do to Gervonta Davis if they were able to actually get a fight with Gervonta Davis. Josh Taylor was really insulting about Gervonta, talking about how he would smash him, how there's no way that Gervonta Davis can beat him, and just all around being very, very disrespectful about Gervonta Davis. And this has been something that has been going on for a while with Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor is a very, very good fighter. Do not get me wrong. I do believe he probably is the best guy at 140. At least he's proven it to this point. There are other guys that I do believe that have opportunities to beat him at 140. And one of those guys is Gervonta Davis at 135 pounds. You also have Gary Antoine Russell, who's going to be fighting later on tonight, is going to be fighting Victor Postol. Victor Postol that really did give Josh Taylor a lot of problems. And Josh Taylor, I think, was fortunate to get out of there with that decision. Gervonta Davis said that he doesn't really respect Josh Taylor or Josh Taylor's ability. He said the dude is all talk and that he doesn't really, and he thinks that he'll beat that dude. It'll beat him easy. And he was asked why he thought that. He said, look, man, the guy doesn't have skills. It's what it is. He's not a skilled fighter. Now, if you look at Josh Taylor, I would say Josh Taylor's a pretty skilled fighter. But when you compare him to a Gervonta "Tank" Davis, I think Gervonta Davis has a very solid point there, man, because Josh Taylor is somebody that if you can hit him, that if you get in the ring with him, you know, his face is a bit of a magnet. You're going to get something off on him. You're going to hit him with a shot. So if he's actually going to fight Gervonta Davis, you know, the first thing that I thought about it was, you know, I don't know, man. I think Josh Taylor may be a little bit big for Gervonta Davis, seeing as, you know, he's a guy that to me looks like he drains a lot of weight off of him in order to make weight. If you look at him in his weigh-ins, dude, literally, he looks like a skeleton about the face. And that's how you can usually tell when somebody is really, really cutting a lot of weight to make it there. You know, when he's fighting and training, even a couple weeks before the weigh-in, dude, he looks a lot significantly more fleshy than he does right when that weigh-in takes place. So you know that guy's weight cut must be absolutely, serious weight cut, because his bones on his face, you literally can see all the bones in his face. Similar to when Terrence Crawford used to weigh in at 135 pounds. Now, you know that dude was just killing himself to make that weight, right? But so I would say, you know, he's a big guy. I'm not really sure, you know, how Gervonta Davis would do with him, because I think Gervonta Davis should stay at 135 pounds. He's not that long, right? He's not a very long fighter. He's not a very tall fighter. He's an incredible boxer and an extremely powerful puncher, but I don't think the dimensions of the typical 140 pounder or 147 pounder, would really be good for a fight with Gervonta Davis. But then I thought back and said, okay, well, what is Gervonta Davis more than likely seeing? Well, he probably saw the fight with Regis Prograis. Seeing as Regis Prograis really is not that much taller than Gervonta Tank Davis, he's not that much longer than Gervonta Tank Davis, and he also had a significant size significant size disadvantage to Josh Taylor. Gervonta Davis being a better boxer than Regis Prograis, and definitely somebody that is better on the defensive end of it, may say, no, man, I really do feel like I can get him, especially being the fact that Gervonta Davis is a much bigger puncher than probably Josh Taylor or Regis Prograis. So if Gervonta Davis can get to Josh Taylor's chin, more than likely Josh Taylor's going to get up out of there if Gervonta Davis can get to his chin. And Josh Taylor is somebody that can box. He can fight in the orthodox stance. He can fight in the southpaw stance. But he's somebody that really does like to engage, and he engages a lot. He gets in, he fights on the inside, and he lets his hands go a lot. He's a very, very mean fighter. And being mean and overly aggressive with Gervonta Davis can absolutely positively get you knocked up out of there. I'm going to be interested to see what happens with Josh Taylor when he goes to 147 pounds, if he gets in there with some of the bigger guys in that division that really can kind of carry a punch. Like, for example, if there was some way he could get in the ring with Jaron Ennis, I don't think he's going the distance with Jaron Ennis because Jaron Ennis, if he gets hit too much by Jaron Ennis with clean shots, man, that dude's chin is more than likely not going to hold up. And looking at how he looked with Regis Prograis, more than likely his eye and his skin isn't going to hold up. He's probably going to cut badly and swell badly and all of that stuff from a guy like Jaron Ennis. The only question is really for Gervonta Tank Davis is whether or not Gervonta Davis can get close enough to him to really be able to do some damage. And I really do think he is, because he would be able to, because Josh Taylor is really not a guy that keeps people at distance. He can do that for periods of time, but he would have to be very disciplined to do that with Gervonta Davis. And I think the guy's spirit and just his aggressiveness is going to come out in that regard. But, and as in most things in boxing, and this is not just, related to Gervonta Tank Davis, a lot of these fights we hope that they would happen, if they would happen. This particular fight more than likely is not going to happen because Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be at 135 pounds. And Josh Taylor is going to be up at 140 pounds before long. The WBO just named him the WBO super champion. So more than likely, he's going to get an immediate shot at the WBO belt at 147 pounds, which is currently held by Terrence Crawford, provided Terrence Crawford doesn't move up to 154 pounds to chase the winner of Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano like he said he would be. But anyway, I just want to go through that. Josh Taylor talks a lot of smack. I don't have a problem with it. Is he a surefire to beat Gervonta Davis? No way. Is he going to beat the brakes off Gervonta? No. If the best he could do is stay on the outside and try to win a fight against Gervonta, because if he engages with Gervonta's hand speed, punching power, and his awesome ability to move from defense to offense is going to wind up catching up with Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor's chance to win is to box from the outside and not engage in a fight and hope he can go 12 rounds without getting caught. That's my take on the matter. But it is what it is. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.